Be warned, this video will contain spoilers. Tulsa King Season 3, Episode 6 finally starts to feel like the show we all signed up for. The sharp, swagger-filled gangster drama that once had fans hooked from week to week. After a stretch of uneven storytelling and way too many side plots pulling the focus in different directions, this episode manages to bring back a sense of control and intention. It's not perfect by any means, but Bubbles feels like the show's first real attempt this season to clean up its own mess. The biggest win here is the spotlight on Quiet Ray, played brilliantly by James Russo. His presence gives this episode a jolt of life the series desperately needed. Every scene with him carries weight. He's dangerous, unpredictable, and actually makes you believe Dwight could be in over his head for once. That's something the Dunmires just haven't been able to pull off all season. Cole Dunmire, in particular, has gone from menacing to downright pitiful, constantly begging for his father's approval while spiraling further into chaos. And while that dynamic could have been emotionally rich, it mostly just feels like noise compared to the genuine tension Quiet Ray brings. Meanwhile, Mitch and Cleo continue their wild Bonnie and Clyde routine, with Mitch adding yet another crime to his growing rap sheet, this time for assaulting a police officer. Their chaotic energy adds some levity to the show, while Bodie and Grace seem to be inching towards something more personal, hinting at sparks that could make future episodes interesting. But what's frustrating is how the show keeps stretching itself thin. With so many subplots in motion, Musso's mysterious custody of Bevilacqua, Armand's off-screen suicide, and Dwight's endless whiskey business pitch, it's hard not to feel like the series is juggling too much at once. Still, the humor in Bubbles lands better than it has in weeks, and there's a certain rhythm that feels reminiscent of Tulsa King's early glory days. The Dwight and Quiet Ray meeting is easily the episode's standout moment. What starts as mutual respect between two old-school gangsters quickly turns violent, and when the Dunmires men open fire, it leaves Ray convinced that Dwight betrayed him. That twist immediately raises the stakes. And for the first time, Dwight feels truly vulnerable, especially when Ray physically threatens him and forces him to drop the tough guy act. This scene also exposes one of the show's ongoing flaws: Dwight's untouchable nature. It's almost comical how he keeps surviving everything unscathed, and this encounter was the first time he looked genuinely shaken. Quiet Ray clearly has the brains and the brutality to outmatch him, which makes for a much more compelling villain dynamic than anything involving the Dunmires. Let's be honest, the Dunmires have become cartoonish. Cole's weird attempt at heroism toward Spencer, followed by a forced romantic subplot, was just awkward filler that didn't add anything to the story. At this point, I'm still holding out hope that Tulsa King Season 3 can find its rhythm again. This episode proves there's still some fire left in the tank when the show focuses on its strongest characters and cuts the excess. We barely see Musso or Thresher here, and that's a blessing. Thresher, who worked well as an antagonist in Season 2, doesn't have much to do now, and Musso's mysterious subplot has stalled completely. What this show really needs moving forward is a clear direction. The Dunmires aren't capable of challenging Dwight on any emotional or psychological level, but Quiet Ray absolutely can. Imagine if Ray takes the fight to New York and targets Dwight's daughter, Tina. That would finally give Dwight something real to lose and restore the personal stakes that made the first season so addictive. Because right now, another round of car trips and whiskey business chatter just won't cut it. If Tulsa King wants to survive through its planned fourth season, it needs to double down on this new Dwight-Ray feud and remind us why we fell for this gritty world in the first place. What did you think of Episode 6? Do you agree that Quiet Ray is the real threat this season? Or do you think the Dunmires still have some tricks left? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your take on where this show should go next.